All right. Well, going to get started. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining and welcome. My name is Michael Roberson. I am the Director of Strategic Operations at XPath Edge, and I will be serving as your moderator for today's webinar. We are excited to have you here as we explore one of the most important conversations happening in technology today: cloud engineering, cloud security, artificial intelligence, and the future of technology careers. Whether you're a student, recent graduate, working professional, career changer, or simply curious about technology opportunities, today's session is designed to provide practical insights into where the industry is headed and how you can position yourself for success. Over the next hour, you'll hear from industry professionals, participate in live polls and quizzes, have opportunities to ask questions, and learn about real career pathways in cloud engineering and cloud security. Now, one question we hear frequently is that with AI advancing so quickly, is it still worth pursuing a technology career? And that's one of the topics we're going to address today. You discover why organizations continue investing heavily in cloud infrastructure, cybersecurity, automation, and AI, and why the demand for skilled professionals continues to grow. Today's webinar is brought to you by XPath Edge and Manabu Academy, organizations committed to helping aspiring professionals gain the skills, knowledge, and practical guidance needed to launch and accelerate successful technology careers. To kick us off, it is my pleasure to introduce our CEO, Tamade Adeloye. Tamade is our technology leader, entrepreneur, and educator who has helped professionals and organizations navigate digital transformation, cloud adoption, and emerging technologies. Today, he'll be sharing his perspective on industry trends, technology opportunities, and why there's never been a more exciting time to enter this field. Please join me in welcoming our CEO and founder, Tamade Adeloye. Uh,
All right, guys, come on, man. Drop some gem in the chat, man.
uh,
We're really excited about what we're about to learn today. But mic check, mic check. Can you hear me? Okay, perfect, perfect. There you go. Thank you so much, Michael. And thank you everyone who's taking time out of your Sunday to be here. We truly appreciate it. Uh, Today is really going to be exciting, and we're going to learn a lot. Now, for those joining in, just like Michael said. My name is Tomide Adeloye. Um, Alongside, running Expat Edge and Manabu, I work hands-on as a cloud architect and a security engineer, helping organizations secure and modernize their environment. So everything we talk about today comes from the real world scenario and not theory. Okay. But before we dive in, I want to name something that's on my mind right now. Um, Everywhere you look, people are talking about artificial intelligence. That's a big topic around the world right now, and it's taking over. It's so massive, right? They're talking about automation and how technology is changing the job market. There's been a lot of job losses. There's been a lot of economical changes, and AI has a big part to play in it. And the question I hear most hard is tech still a good career path? Will AI replace jobs? These are huge questions we ask ourselves, and people are panicking. Is it too late for me to get in? But here's the honest answer. Yes, technology is evolving fast, but the opportunities are growing right alongside it. Okay. Now, cloud computing and cloud security, AI, and cybersecurity are still some of the fastest growing fields in the world. And organizations are actively looking for people who understands them. And that's exactly why we created Manabu Academy. Now, I'm sure you guys are wondering that this name, where does it come from? Manabu is a Japanese. It's an English. It's the English version of what we call. You know what? It's actually a Japanese word. Period. And the meaning in English is called learn. Manabu is learn in Japanese, right? And that's where it originated from. Now, our mission is simple. Our mission is to help everyday people, whatever your background is, gain practical skills. build real confidence, and step into meaningful opportunities and technology. So today, today's session is a practical introduction to two of the most in-demand areas in tech. Not just in demand, it's future proof, meaning you're in demand, you're needed for the next 10, 20, 30 years from now because it's brand new in cybersecurity. It's a brand new domain. And what we're going to be covering today is cloud engineering and cloud security. In a moment, we're going to have our special guest, a very renowned cloud engineer, an IT specialist. His name is Kingsley. It will take you through cloud engineering, and then I'll I'll be back to cover the cloud security piece of it. So you get both sides of the picture from people who do this work every single day. So stay engaged throughout the session. Stay engaged throughout the way. We've got live polls, interactive discussions, giveaways, and a QA where you can ask us about your questions directly. And most of all, I want you to leave today with clarity, with confidence about your next step. So, with that said, I'll hand it back to our moderator, Michael, to introduce our first speaker and take it from here. Over to you, Michael.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Tom, today. Appreciate you as always. All right, and I think one of the biggest takeaways from that discussion is that technology isn't shrinking, it's evolving. The opportunities are changing, and the professionals who continue learning will be well positioned for success. Now let's move from the strategic view into one of the most in-demand career paths in technology today. Our next guest speaker is the brilliant Kingsley David. Kingsley is a cloud solutions architect and a cloud security professional with extensive experience in designing, implementing, and securing enterprise cloud environments on Microsoft Azure. With multiple Microsoft certifications spanning cloud administration, security engineering, networking, virtual desktop infrastructure, and cybersecurity architecture, Kingsley is passionate about helping organizations build secure, scalable, and resilient cloud platforms that drive business innovation and operational excellence. He will walk us through cloud engineering, what cloud engineers actually do, the skills employers are looking for, certification pathways, and how beginners can successfully transition into this field. Kingsley, welcome and over to you.
Um, Thank you, Michael. Just give me one sec to go ahead. Kindly confirm you can see me from your end. Okay, so I'll just go ahead to share my screen. But while I'm at it, hello everyone. Thank you for taking our time to join the session today. Like Michael introduced, my name is Kingsley David. I'm cloud solutions architect, cloud infrastructure engineer. I have over 5 years of experience, working in the Azure cloud platform space. And today I'm looking at, speaking about my career journey, whether you're a student, IT professional, you're looking to transition into the cloud space, you're looking to uh, change career opportunities. Like when it comes to technology, then this session is designed to give you that realistic view that will help you become or take steps to become a cloud engineer. Right. The idea about cloud engineering is it's like Tomide said, it's one of the fastest growing parts in technology. Right. Organizations and industries around the world, and you find this to be true, are moving their workloads to the cloud. Right. And this has in turn, raised or, created a strong demand, right, for, professionals to come in to build, secure, as well as manage these environments. And today we'll be discussing, what cloud engineers actually do, the skills employers are looking for, as well as, certificates that add value to your cloud engineering journey. Most importantly, we'll also be highlighting how you could start your journey, with programs such as the Manabu Academy, so you could, start off with little or no experience. So my goal for this session today is to leave you, or to leave this session um, giving you a clear roadmap, right, as well as practical next steps for you to begin your journey in the Azure cloud space, or in the cloud space generally. First, just before I dive into things, I would like to also point out that you should feel free to interject at any point if you have any questions, any concerns, right? Also, feel free to, ask your questions in the chat box. I could always, circle back to those questions as well as concerns. Right. So getting into things, first we'll be looking at what is cloud engineering? Or the term cloud engineer, right? Many people hear the term cloud engineer, but they're not so sure, what this exactly means or what this means exactly, right? But at its core, cloud engineering, speaks to helping organizations, right? Basically, helping organizations run their applications and services on platforms such as Microsoft Azure, AWS Cloud Platform, Amazon Web Services, as well as the Google Cloud Platform. So I want you to think about your everyday applications, right? Your online banking systems, your streaming services, e-commerce platforms, social media, right? Behind those applications are cloud environments, right? There could be Azure cloud environments, there could be hybrid environments, right? Alternating between physical environment as well as the cloud environment, could be AWS, right? And these environments need to be designed, they need to be deployed, secured, monitored, as well as maintained, right? And this is where cloud engineers comes in, because we are responsible, or prospective cloud engineers such as yourselves, right? We're responsible for making sure that these environments are secure, they're scalable, as well as cost effective, right? So with this, you can see that a cloud engineer's work directly impacts, business outcomes, right? Um, and that's why our role is so valuable. That's why cloud engineering role is so valuable, right? Because when a system performs well, uh, you know, customers or clients have a great experience, right? And when system fails, businesses lose money. Among these questions are also a common question I get, which is, what does a cloud engineer, do every day, right? And this is, like I said, one of the common questions I also get. And the answer depends mainly on the type of organization, right? But generally, your day would involve deploying new application environments, monitoring those environments to ensure that you gain visibility into how those environments are working, troubleshooting, maybe networking concerns, could be concerns with infrastructure. Also, with automation, you'll be concerned with automating processes, repetitive tasks, building virtual machines, building some compute resources. You could also automate those stacks, as well as security, right? Securing your environment. An example of this would be like a typical day um, for me, or could be any cloud engineer. You could start off by deploying a web application, right? Or deploying an application environment or infrastructure environment for an application, right? Later, you could, go on to investigate networking issues that are affecting the users, how they are, interacting with the sets application. Before the end of the day, you may, end up reviewing backup reports, or also looking to implement security recommendations, right? So that's just to give you an idea of the mix of roles, or mix of daily activities, right, that a cloud engineer typically would carry out in a day. So cloud engineering is not just about um, the technology itself. It's more about being able to collaborate, being able to solve problems, right? Um, you would be working with developers, application developers, backend developers. You'd also engage with security teams, right? Networking teams, project managers, business stakeholders, right? And it's important to understand that it goes beyond just the technology, but being able to communicate clearly, how you could pierce the compute side of things, networking side of things, um, the infrastructure side of things, piece it all together and be able to produce your organization or clients with a scalable cloud environment that meets their business requirements. Right. Something else I would like to, touch on, but before I go on, I would like to, ask if this gives a clearer view of either what cloud engineering is or what the role or term cloud engineer actually, implies. I don't know if anyone could be a thumbs up, just reactions to just to make sure that we understand, what cloud engineering basically means now. If it's, okay. All right. Thank you for your feedback. All right. So next we'll be looking at real world skills that employers are looking for, right? I found that hiring managers, when evaluating candidates, right, they're looking beyond just certifications, right, which is one of the common mistakes a lot of beginners make, right? So employers or hiring managers look beyond just certifications, right? They're looking for engineers who understands the different technologies and different concepts binding those technologies. For example, if you have say an application deployed becomes unavailable, right? Um, Employers are looking for engineers who understand if the issue is related to networking, is it related to security, is it related to compute resources or application configurations, right? And like I mentioned earlier, being able to explain this technical concept to non-technical persons, right? You know, the team could be made up of non-technical persons that handles other areas of businesses, right? So other area of the business. So you may want to be able to explain or communicate cleanly, right, or clearly uh, those technical aspects of the business or technical aspect of the cloud, right? So being able to communicate clearly also sets you apart from candidates that have similar technical abilities. Also, if you're starting your career, it's important that you focus on developing both the technical as well as professional skills that comes with your journey, your career path in cloud engineering, right? So employers want to hire people who could solve business problems and not just pass certifications or have a large volume of certifications speaking to that career path, right? Being able to um, you know understand basic networking concepts, security concepts, automate repetitive tasks, as well as communicate those technical terms clearly to other non-technical stakeholders is one of um, the major attributes that employers or hiring managers are looking out for. Also, I'll be pointing out certifications, right, that provides you or adds value to your career path. And like I said, while certifications they're valuable, right? Um, they should not replace your actual learning process, right? They're more like supports your learning, but should not replace your learning, right? So because I've seen candidates who, collect multiple certifications without, building those practical experiences, right? And unfortunately, employers or hiring managers can quickly identify, when someone understands basic concepts or basic theoretical concepts, but not, but do not really have those practical skills or they have never applied these practical skills, right? So an ideal approach when getting certified is to first learn a concept, then you could go forward to build a project and then validate your knowledge by getting certified, right? A common progression certification progression would be gaining the 900. So this is the fundamental course when it comes to the Azure Cloud Platform, right? So you could start off with AZ 900, which is Azure Fundamentals, giving you knowledge into the basic fundamentals of the Azure Cloud Platform. And then you could move on to AZ 104, which is Azure Administrator. Think of this as more like an intermediate learning path, right? So it provides you with administrative learnings or administrative learning paths that gives you an idea of how to manage your Azure Cloud Platform. And from there, you could move into specialized or advanced areas like Azure Security, Azure Networking Specialist, right? So this helps you to specialize either in networking or Azure Security, right? So with this, you're able to then uh, by following this roadmap or by following this common progression, you can start off by learning or picking up the fundamentals and then moving to an intermediate course, which is the administrator, and then picking up a specialized course, which is easy 500 or easy 700 that speaks to security or networking. Right. Then also the roadmap for a cloud engineer. Right. Many aspiring cloud engineers feel overwhelmed because uh, they feel like cloud engineering is such a large field, right? But the good news is nobody learns everything at once, right? Every aspect that you see today, every aspect you're admiring, they started with the fundamentals, right? They started with understanding, the basic operating system, basic networking concepts, basic infrastructure concept, and then it moved into cloud administration, right? Where they learn how to, deploy resources, configure networking, manage identities, as well as secure workloads. And after that, you could focus more on, more advanced skills like automation or infrastructure as code, where you automate repetitive tasks, and eventually you could gain enough, practical experience. It's imperative that you gain practical experience to, work as a cloud engineer or later get into advanced roles like, senior engineering roles or leadership roles, right? So it's important that you focus more on consistent, progress rather than you trying to learn everything under a few months, right? It's important that you start off with the fundamentals, understand the basic um, concepts that applies to the cloud environment, right? Infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service, and then move into cloud foundations, understand how you could, piece together cloud infrastructure with the networking side of things and the security side of things, as well as automation, leveraging DevOps, and then moving into cloud administration, how you could administer identity and access management, how you could administer, managing access to your cloud workloads, as well as security for your cloud workloads. And then you could speak about being a cloud engineer, holding more advanced roles in today's digital environment, right? And I also have um, a clear path of how you could break into the cloud engineering space, right? The first I have here is to commit, right? And I put commit first because it applies personally to me. Uh, One of the biggest concerns I've found that a lot of people have is how they could gain experience when they don't already have a cloud job, right? But the answer for this is for you to, carry out projects. You could build your own experience, right? And for you to be able to build the experience, you have to commit first to your learning, which comes second, right? You have to commit to your learning, right? That's the only way you could build your own experience. And that's also what the Manabu Academy offers by, giving you that starting point, right? With zero to no knowledge or little knowledge, and help you to commit to a learning that shows you how you could, leverage free cloud accounts to deploy, could be virtual machines, you could deploy the virtual network. I'm trying hard not to make it, technical, but these are concepts that, picking up the fundamental side of things will be able to, shine that light on how you could understand those basic concepts that applies to basic cloud concepts, right? You could also carry out backup. Another thing for you to do, when you're looking towards breaking into cloud engineering roles, is to document everything, right? Leave nothing to assumptions or chance. Document everything. If you're working on a project, try as much as you can to document the relation between, networking side of things and the infrastructure side of things. Also, you could demonstrate that you're actively learning and growing by, getting certified, right? And like I said, first learn the concept and then carry out build projects, and then you could apply those knowledge by getting certified. So you could demonstrate that you're actively learning and growing by, getting certified and showing that you understand those cloud concepts. Say you're getting certified for Azure fundamentals, right? It shows that you understand the concept that has to do with the fundamentals of the Azure cloud space. And then most importantly, don't wait until you feel like you're, ready to start applying for, cloud engineering roles, right? Every cloud engineer could be a senior manager, started in a support role, right? Could start off as a system administration role or a junior infrastructure position, right? Before transitioning into, cloud focused careers or, senior engineering roles, right? So this should show you a simple but straightforward way for you to be able to break into the cloud engineering space by first committing to, learning and then going on to build projects and then documenting every step of the way, how your cloud journey has been, and then getting certified just to validate that you now have knowledge in a certain, learning part, and you could start applying from, the basic knowledge you have, start applying, try see if you could get into, basic cloud goals and build your career path from then onwards. Um, Finally, I'll be discussing the common mistakes, right? Common mistakes that can slow down your progress, right? And first, I'd like to speak on what I highlighted earlier about, getting too many certifications, right? Um, Certifications are not substitutes for hands-on experience, right? They're not substitutes for projects, right? And a lot of beginners try as much as they can to amass a lot of certification without getting the ideal knowledge that comes with, getting certified, right? You could read to pass an exam, but it doesn't necessarily, reflect your understanding of the certifications you already possess, right? So that's one thing, that's one common mistake a lot of beginners make. They think, making or getting the certifications, um, they think it makes them look like they understand, those basic cloud concepts. But it's ideal that you first, learn, commit to learning, build projects, get certified for, learning parts that you have a reasonable amount of knowledge or successful amount of knowledge. Then secondly, it's about neglecting networking, right? Um, in today's digital environment, you'd agree with me, there's what we call the Internet of Things, right? You could connect your mobile devices to your cars. You can connect them to your doors, your the appliances you have in your everyday home appliances, right? And the same applies to networking in the cloud space, right? Networking is the foundation for cloud infrastructure because you need workloads on one end to speak to, or communicate to workloads you have on another end of your cloud environment, right? It could be a hybrid environment where you want your workloads in the cloud to speak to workloads you have in your on-premise environment, right? So neglecting networking or the basic concept of networking is another mistake a lot of beginners make. It's important that you understand those basic networking concepts because it makes understanding the general cloud concepts easier, being able to understand how the infrastructure or compute resources you've deployed in your environment can communicate with each other. And then finally, many people or many beginners underestimate the importance of consistency, right? I prefer spending 30 minutes every day, learning and building or working on projects than, studying for 10 hours once a month, right? So it's important that you commit to that learning. It could be 30 minutes every day. Go through the cloud platform, go through Microsoft Learn, sign up for programs like the Manabu Academic program to gain insight on the fundamentals of the cloud. And my simple advice would be first to pick up a cloud platform, right? It could be Azure. I would say Azure because Azure is beginner friendly. The interface is beginner friendly. Then you could build project regularly. Like I said, you could build your own experience, build project regularly, document your cloud journey, as well as keep moving forward, right? Keep moving forward. Like I said, every cloud engineer you admire started with um, zero to no knowledge, right? Exactly where you are, right? I also started by joining a program just like this one, right? I was invited to a webinar. I listened in, fancied cloud engineering, and I decided I like to say I dabbled into, the cloud space because that's exactly how it happened. I joined the session. I fancied cloud engineering. I committed to the learning part, and here I am today. So much like every expert you see, we started off as beginners. We um, had zero to no knowledge, and sessions like this give us insight into what we could achieve by and what we could do in the industries that are looking to move their workloads to the cloud. And by committing to that, career path, that I've been able to, build infrastructures, carry out migrations, right? There's a whole lot of infrastructures and networking and security capabilities that, or career paths that you could, dive into DevOps, right? So you being able to start off from the basic side of things, picking up the Azure fundamentals would be the first step into achieving that goal of being a senior cloud engineer, cloud solutions architect, as well as cloud engineers. Right. So I'll quickly stop here, ask if we have any questions before I hand over back to Michael. But before Michael comes in, I'd like to ask if you have any questions and concerns, anything that's unclear. Okay. So if there are no questions or concerns, I'll be handing back to Michael.
I have one for you, Kingsley. The question I have for you is like, how long does it realistically take to get into cloud engineering?
Honestly, for the fundamentals, you could take up to 3 to 6 months. Like I said, but you have to commit to the learning, right? There's no way you get 3 years of experience in 6 months. There's no way.
Right.
But I could tell you for a fact, that starting off with the fundamentals, being able to understand the cloud concepts, I still refer to Microsoft documentations. You have to stay ahead of the learning curves. Like Tommy highlighted earlier, there's always that involvement in technologies given the advent of AI, right? So staying ahead of the learning curve, but for the fundamentals, 3 months to 6 months, you're able to understand, those basic concepts. Within a year, you're able to, get into that intermediate space where you understand how you could, better administer or be an administrator of the cloud, manage the cloud environment. And, in the next 2 3 years, definitely you have a better understanding of the cloud, and real world experiences would, set you apart from, other cloud engineers out there.
Nice. And I think the main question everybody wants to know is the money. What's the pay range for being a cloud engineer?
First, I would say is out there, right? It's a very juicy salary range. You'd be earning over $100,000, or well over 100, depending on the industry you're. Like I said, there are CSPs, cloud solutions partners who partner with AWS or partner with Microsoft, right? But depending, it's going to be over $100,000 for junior cloud engineers. You'd be earning close to about $60,000 and to $90,000, and for intermediates and senior cloud engineers should be looking at $100,000 to about $150,000. So it's really a good career path if you're looking in terms of how much you'll be paid.
Nice, perfect. All right, I think we had one more question here for Rodney, and then we'll go ahead and take this one, and then we'll move on. So he was questioning whether the cloud security program is hands-on or is it just theory? Do we actually set up an Azure environment and allow them to kind of navigate, do the troubleshooting, testing, things like that?
Yeah, so it's a combination of both, right? So we try as much as we can to, highlight the theoretical aspect of things, and then we have security experts who's going to be taking you on cloud, hands-on cloud security experiences, right? Hands-on to give you a look and feel of, projects to give you a look and feel of how exactly you could be securing your cloud environments and how best you could set up that perimeter security, workload security for your cloud environment. So it's a combination of both the theoretical side as well as hands-on experiences.
Sweet. I hope, Rodney, that answered your question there. And with that, we're going to go and move on. We'll go ahead and so please, guys, continue to put your questions in the chat. We'll go ahead and get to them once the last speaker speaks, and then we'll have an open Q&A session, and we'll go ahead and get to all the questions you have there. In the meantime, I want to say thank you, Kingsley. That was awesome. Please, everyone, if you guys learned something, please give them some thumbs up, give them some love. You know what I mean? Good job, Kingsley.
Yeah, thanks.
Sweet.
Sure.
All right. Hopefully, guys, you guys learned something from that, and we were able to kind of demystify some of the cloud engineering for some of you guys. Um, and now we were just got done talking about building cloud systems. Now we're going to talk about protecting them. As organizations continue moving critical workloads to the cloud, security has become one of the most important priorities in modern technology environments. Now, to guide us through this topic, I'd like to welcome back our CEO and founder, Tom Adeloye. Now, come on, everybody, drop some fire chats. Come on, some fire emojis in the chat, guys.
Thank you, man. Come on, drop those gems in the
Drop it,
chat,
drop it,
man.
drop
Come on,
that, drop that fire.
motivate me, please. Excite me to talk, man. Please. I'm really
I,
here to
yeah,
share the word. Please drop that fire gem in the chat, man. It's not easy, man, to talk about this. It's I'm very passionate about it. I'm really I enjoy talking about like IT, talking about tech stuff. So, you know, thank you for Kingsley. That was a good one. Huge thank you to Kingsley. That was really brilliant. A brilliant look at how cloud actually gets built. Okay. That was awesome. Thank you very much. Everybody, I want you to drop where you're watching from in the chat. Again, I know we had some new uh invites or new people joining in while we started. Initially, Michael had asked where everybody's actually joining from, but please let's do it again. I want to see how far this thing reaches tonight, because if you're joining from London, from Africa, from Asia, just drop it in. Nigeria, okay, I see Baltimore, awesome. Florida, this is amazing. Thank you guys. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Wow. Man, Dallas, London, Houston, this is amazing. Awesome. Great, great. Awesome. I love that. I love that. Um, cool. Give me a sec. I have not been sharing my screen, but it's all good. Let me pull that up real quick. Awesome. Yeah, man. Thanks for participating, man. That's awesome. Awesome. Can you guys see my screen? Good. Awesome. Thank you. All right. Now, um, if you're here because somebody told you that cloud security pays really well and you're here to confirm the rumors, you're actually in the right place. And yes, the rumor is true. It pays well. So real quick, let me set expectation before I start talking about cloud security. This is not going to be one of those webinars where I hide behind buzzwords and make you feel dumb. No, that's not my goal tonight or to this afternoon, because yes, people are in a different time zone, so I'm right. So if I say something that sounds like gibberish or maybe alphabet soup, that's not on me. That's on you. Okay. For the next 15 or 20 minutes, I've got one job to do, to show you what cloud security actually is. Why why companies are throwing money at people who can do it, and the first step you can take, like today or even this week. Okay. Um, I want you to guys stick around to the end, because we're going to be doing a giveaway, doing a live giveaway session, and I'll tell you about the court that kicks off soon. Okay. So let's get to it. Okay. All right. So who am I? Who am I? Short version. I'm the guy who uh I'm just gonna simplify it. I'm the guy who actually does cloud security stuff on a day-to-day basis, right? By the day, I'm a security engineer and cloud architect. I defend uh the design. I defend and design real systems, and I run a firm called Expat Edge. Now, Expat Edge is the IT consulting company, and Manabu is the training department, the training sector, the education sector of Expat Edge. I'm not a professor, trying to read from textbook that, I bought in 2015 or 2002. I do this thing on a day-to-day basis, hands-on. But here's the part that matters for you, all right? Here's the part that matters. My favorite thing isn't the technological part of it. It's watching somebody who I've taught or who we've taught, watching somebody or who think or is always thinking that um, I'm not a tech person. It is too hard. All right. Watching that person land their first role and text me a screenshot of their job offer or their job letter. That never gets old. That's why I do this. It's from my heart. It's from a place of the pain, the mistakes I've made in the past. And trust me, we are here. We understand the pain. We understand the issues a lot of people are going through, job losses, instability. We are here for you to address that. Now, but before um, I keep talking, I want you guys to actually, we're gonna do something right now. Give me a second. Um, all right. So I want you guys to actually get this code, right? We're gonna actually just, do a little poll question here. I want you guys to actually, I'm gonna put it in the link real quick or in the chat. Join this real quick, and I want you to, uh, pick what describes yourself. What describes you right now on this call. So just join. It's very easy. Just use your device. Um, awesome. All right. I'm starting seeing response. Okay. Okay. We have some IT professionals in the building. That's awesome. All right. Career change. That's perfect. I love this. Let's keep it coming. Let's keep it coming. Okay. Well, IT professional went down. Come on, man. Engage, engage. Just it's very easy. Let's keep engaging. Come on. Okay, just exploring. All right. I like that. A lot of people, um, at least we have more people in the career change sector, which is good. That's why we're here. Okay, some IT professionals. All right. That's great. I love that. Thanks for engaging. All right. So now let's switch back into we can revisit the poll later, but let's switch back to the slide. Okay. Let's keep it going. All right. Okay. So let's clear up the big confusing one. Right. People mix up cloud engineering and cloud security all the time. People think it's the same thing, and they don't even understand the difference. So here is the way I want you to think about it. Right? Picture a house. Cloud engineering is the construction crew. They pour the foundation, the cement, right? They put up the walls, they run the plumbing, and they build the house and make it work. That is simple. Just picture a house and how a house is being built. Picture it that way. All right. And cloud security, that is that's me, the cloud security engineer or architect, me showing you I'm actually showing up with the locks. I'm showing up with the camera, the alarm system, and a very strong opinion about who has the key to that house. That's my job. The builder make the house exist, right? We make sure nobody who shouldn't be in that house gets in. And here's the part nobody tells you. You do not have to be the construction crew first. You don't have to be the construction crew first. Now, it is by choice. If you love or enjoy building, you can sign up to become a cloud engineer. I've never uh I've never poured concrete in my life, and I secure houses all day. That's it. That's cloud security. If you understand that concept, put a germ in the chat, please. Put a germ, a fire germ in the chat, please. If you understand the concept I just explained right now about what cloud security is, put something in the chart. Trust me, cloud security is not that hard. Like it's very, very easy. Just put a germ. Thank you. Thank you, fire and gem. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. So that is cloud security for you. Um, Now, a lot of people actually are here today. They don't know they don't know actually what they want to pick, if it's cloud engineering or cloud security. However, again, we're gonna actually do another poll, right? What interests you the most in this topic today? What are you interested in the most? Is it cloud security? Is it AI? Is it data analysis? Is it cloud engineering? All right, I see an answer. That's great. Who else is answering? I want us to engage. Come on, let's do it. Okay, cloud security, AI. All right, cool. That's nice. I'll give you about 10 seconds or 15 seconds. AI. All right. Okay, we have more participants in the cloud security section. I like that. I love that. That's perfect. All right, moving on. Let's keep going. We're gonna get back to that. Let's make it fun. Let's, we have all day. All right. So, um, so let me show you how. Let me show you how. Let me show you why this job exists in the first place. Right. When security fails, it's not a little oh oops, no, it's not like that. Data bridge cost companies millions and millions, right? The cost company billions, and even their reputation overnight. Their reputation just goes down when that happens. Ransomware has literally shut down hospitals. Like, imagine, you're in a hospital, and doctors and nurses can't access their patient record. It shuts down a lot of things. It shut down cities, school districts, gas pipelines, you name it. And then there's the law, right? We have the compliance side of it. HIPAA is a compliance standard for health. We have, and HIPAA is HIPAA, in case you're wondering what it is. We have FERPA, FERPA for schools. And then we have GDPR, which is a EU um, privacy standard, right? These ain't suggestions. Companies are legally required to protect this stuff, which means they are legally required to hire people like me and you. What that means is every single one of these scary headlines is also a paycheck uh, for somebody who knows how to prevent it. Okay? That's basically it. Now, um, think about think about your own day. Your kids' school, holds their grades and your family info. Your bank holds uh your money, which I assume you'd like to keep, right? In your probably in your house, right? Your doctor's office holds records that are nobody else's business. And every company you've ever given an email to is storing it somewhere in the cloud. But here's the punchline, right? If a if a place holds data, data is the biggest currency. If a place holds data, if a company holds data, it needs cloud security. And that's basically every organization on art, right? Be it retail, be it commercial, regardless of where you put your data, it needs cloud security. And that's where you come in. So when people ask me, is there really demand for this? My friend, the demand is in every building you can see from your window, even your personal house. You can hire me to be your cloud security specialist. So now, let's talk about the most common cloud security risk, right? Forget the hoodie in the dark basement people or fingers flying across keyboard hackers. The real breaches are almost always embarrassing, very, very embarrassing, very, very, and it's basic. Number one way in is your weak password, or if you're reusing your password. And if you're the person that used password 123 or your first initials 12345 or your last name 12345, trust me, it's a huge vulnerability, a huge risk, and it's out there ending careers. Then you've actually got people having way more access than they need. One wrong setting leaving an entire database wide open on the internet, and you receive phishing every day, good old phishing, tricking humans instead of beating machines. And the first line of attack is human. Once they get you with that emotional email or text message, it's gone. And honestly, that's the great news for you, because if the problem are basic, then someone who simply understands these four things is useful on day one. So don't so you don't need to be a genius. You need to be the person who checks the locks. If you already have that mindset of going to check the locks twice every time before you want to sleep, right? To protect the family, to protect the house, you already have a security mindset. It's that simple. Now moving on. Um, I want you to picture a school district, right? A staff member gets an email that looks exactly like it's from a payroll company. The logo, the formatting, all of it, you know. Hey, please re-verify your login, right? That's that. I'm sure most of you have gotten that emails at your place of work, if you work, and if not, you probably gotten it your personal email. They do. Nothing seemed to happen. No alarm. Once you click on it, no error. They just go back to their day after they've clicked it, and they don't know they've actually opened something. But behind the scenes, the attacker now has they have a real trusted account to use. And quietly they go change the direct deposit back information. And on payday, your paycheck goes directly into the attacker's account. By the time anyone notices, if you're the one that doesn't check your bank app, it's hundreds of thousands of dollars gone and you cannot get it back because of your mistake. Now here's the part that gets me every time. Every single step was preventable. Multi-factor authentication, MFA, uh, is one of the controls we use. A little staff training, maybe one alert that fires when banking details change. That's it. That's the old job. And that could be you being the reason it will never happen again in the future. Let's talk about cloud security carriers. Uh, people people don't really realize that cloud security isn't one job. It's a whole neighborhood of them, to be honest. If you like if you like the frontline or fast-paced stuff, that's a security analyst. That's the person that watch alerts and analyze those alerts and respond. That's the classic first job. If you like building, that's a cloud security engineer. Like big picture strategy, or maybe you'd like to, put things into a blueprint, that's a security architect. That's your grow into role. You start from the analyst role to analyze incidents, analyze tickets as they come in, and then you go into cloud security engineering to understand how to build the cloud. And then big picture thinking, you're the one architecting it. You're the one actually describing how the framework is going to look like. And there's something called zero trust framework. And that's what you use to actually build from the scratch. That's the role you want to get into. So I want you to love, if you actually love organizing, right, you are um, an identity and access manager engineer, right? And if you are the person who actually enjoys policies, rules, and checklists, first of all, we need you and we love you. Trust me. Like, if you love writing policies or enforcing rules, amazing. That's GRC. And it's barely on the coding side. Now, let me say The quiet part is very, very loud. You do not have a programmer or a programming experience. Trust me, you can still make it in security. You don't have to code. You don't have to learn. You don't have to know how to code. Are there times where maybe you'll be in a role where you actually need some scripting? Yeah, you will, but it's not that deep. You have templates that you can use to write scripts and modify them. The main thing is for you to have the mindset and to have the idea. So moving forward, now let's talk about cloud security and AI, which is the elephant in the room in 2026, right? Um, Somebody will say, well, someday is AI just going to take all these jobs before I even get one? I get these questions constantly every day. So let me be totally straight with you. No. If anything, AI is creating more security jobs and not fewer one, to be honest. AI is actually creating more jobs. And here's why. AI is incredible on defense. It's spot on. It spots threats in seconds and handles the boring, repetitive stuff. That's what AI does. But the same tools are in the bad guy's hand too, as well. AI now writes like scary good phishing email. It's so believable. It's unbelievably believable. That's the best way for me to put it. Fake voices, fake faces, and it moves really fast. What so now companies need humans who understand how to defend against AI powered attacks. That's a brand new problem that didn't even exist 5 years ago. And the brand new problem means brand new jobs. So AI is a tool, a powerful one, a very powerful tool, but someday still has to point but someday it's never going to replace anybody, and somebody still has to point it. Somebody still have to make the judgment. Somebody has to make the calls. Somebody has to be accountable when it matters. That somebody is a trained human. So don't think of AI as your competition. AI is your leverage. Think of it as the power drill you bring to a job, uh to a job everyone else is doing by hand. So just make sure that you are not threatened with the word AI. I understand why people are scared about AI taking jobs, but especially in cybersecurity, AI is your friend. Do not like it is. You need to know it. You need to learn it. And there's a lot of courses out, that you can learn with AI in cloud security as well. Now, why are companies hiring cloud pros? Let me connect all the dots into one picture, because this is the slide I would, you know, screenshot if I were you. I want you to screenshot this slide, okay? Five things are happening at the exact same time. Attacks are going up. AI is creating new kinds of risk, and regulation keeps multiplying. More and more of everything is moving to the cloud. It is no more like an assumption. And this is the big one. There are way more open jobs than there are qualified people to fill them. So do the math. Just do the math with me. More threats plus more rules plus more cloud minus enough experts. It's a huge gap, huge one. And the gap is not a problem for you, it's the opportunity. All right. So this is one of the few fields where being new isn't a liability at all. Like there's a lot of new things to learn because companies literally cannot find enough people. So they are just willing to train beginners, and they need to, for real. They are looking for people to train. Um, Also, I mean, they're looking for people with the skills, right? They don't really want to invest like that in training, and that's why we're here, right? They need someone to hit the road and run because they feel it's more time, and that's why Manabu has been created. Moving forward, now let's talk about the meat. Okay, I saw, I saw the chat perk up, right? Let's talk money. Okay, Entry level roles for your security analyst SOC type jobs often start somewhere around 70 to 95,000. That's the starting line, you know. And mid-level cloud security and identity engineers commonly land in the 100 to 140 range, right? And then the security architect and leads 150, 20, and upward, depending on the company, right? Now, I'm going to do I'm going to do the thing most people skip because I respect you too much not to. These are ranges, not promises. I'm not trying to promise that this is the exact figure that you will get. What you actually make depends on the level of experience, how you sell yourself, um, where you live, your location, um, who you work for, the type of certifications that you have, and the market that week. It also depends on the week as well that you're even applying on the job. Is that crazy? Anybody who guarantees you a specific number is selling you something fake. So don't buy into that. Just give him a disclaimer. All these are ranges. I'm just telling you the ceiling is high and the floor is already pretty great. So a minimum of 70K. I mean, think of what you can do with it in US dollars, okay? And again, it depends on location. If you're in London, you're going to be actually charged in pounds. If you're in Nigeria, it's in naira. Some even people make in dollars in Nigeria if they are fortunate enough to get like companies that will pay them that much. And in every other part of the world as well, where data exists. Again, keyword, where data exists. Very, very, very important for you to remember that. Now let's talk about um, the certification roadmap. And I don't want this to overwhelm you, right? Uh, Read it left to right, like a video game. You start at Security Plus. Now, for people that don't have any experience at all in IT, we have a vendor neutral organization called CompTIA, right? You didn't even go to school. You don't have a BSc in computer science. Don't worry. Even if you studied like religious beliefs or English, you can still actually do it. CompTIA is a vendor neutral organization that offers training that actually helps you understand what the concept of IT, from what is a computer, from hardware, software. If you take CompTIA A plus, Network plus, and Security plus, those are the foundations that help you to understand at least IT, right? And we partnered up with Udemy to be able to like provide you with those self-paced courses. Uh, Again, your situation is unique. Some people don't need CompTIA. Some people actually have experience already and just want to learn cloud security. But you start with that roadmap, CompTIA, A plus, Network plus, Security plus, which is your trusted, I know the basics badge that you need. That gets you past a lot of HR filters once you get the certification. Then AZ 900. AZ 900 is to understand how AZ 900 is offered by Microsoft, and their cloud environment is Azure, Azure, Azure. So AZ 900 is the fundamental cloud certifications that you need to take. And that helps you understand how the cloud actually works. SC 900 for the cloud security and identity basics is another type of certification. And then we have the AZ 500, and that's like an hands-on Azure security cert that looks really good on your resume. And all this is what we're going to cover for you to understand cloud security. Now, the last one is CISSP, Certified Information System Professional, Security Professional. That is the top of the line. See how it gets that far? That's the boss level certification. It's a senior credential. Do not start there. If you've heard about CISSP and you don't have those foundations, please make sure you don't start there. It's actually a senior level. The mindset is managerial level, right? You do not need it to get hired. Hear me on this. You do not need all five to get a job. Two or three of the early ones plus actual hands-on practice, and you are genuinely hireable instantly. That's all you need. So stop collecting certs, and like you're just collecting certs like Pokemon, and you just want to go get your first job. Just take it easy, right? Relax, okay? Don't just be going out there gathering all the certs. And to be honest, certs are very easy to get. There's a lot of dumbs out there. Once you just practice and practice and practice and practice, and you just get 90%, then you get certified, you take the exam, get certified, and then you think you know the job. No, you have to do real life projects and hands-on experience over time. So that is so now the beginner roadmap. Here's your actual roadmap, right? I want you to notice that step one is something you could literally start this afternoon or tonight if you're in a different time zone that is late. Step one, you need to learn the fundamentals: networking, operating system, how the internet even works. Step two, get comfortable with the cloud. Okay, and that's where you take like AZ 900 Azure. Step three, build your security basics with cloud security. I mean, cloud sorry, with security plus. I keep saying cloud. Security plus is the basic, and it's offered by CompTIA. We also have that in-house, right? That you can watch as a pre-recorded video, and it comes with a package. And then we have SC900. Okay, step four is the one people skip the most, and it is the most important. Get your hands dirty in real labs. At Manabu, we offer that. Don't just watch videos and feel productive. Watching me secure a system makes me good at it, not you. If you actually watch me doing it, or you're watching someone else watching that video, it doesn't make you good. It makes the person look good, right? So you've got to actually do it. Then step five, specialize with AZ500. We have that as well in-house. And then we pick a target role. And step six is apply and network with people. We building a huge community, right? We have the Manabu WhatsApp community, and we also have our LinkedIn. So also network with people on LinkedIn as well. Build a little portfolio, fix your resume. We're gonna help with that as well. Find people who've done it. We're here for you, right? And real talk on timeline, right? With consistent effort, uh, a lot of people get job ready in a matter of months, not years, months. What we work on is their psychology, not just the technical or practical knowledge, but the psychology to be able to sell yourself. You need to be able to sell yourself no matter what you try to teach you. If you cannot communicate properly what you know, that is also like a threat towards landing your job. You might take the best training, the best of the best training, but you need to be able to like calm down and speak and articulate what you know. All right. And also consistent learning is very important. Consistent practice. 2 hours on a Tuesday and then ghosting it for 3 weeks that's not the move. You have to actually be consistent. Small and steady wins the race. Okay. And that's where, you know, we help you at Manabu. This is where Manabu comes in. And I'm not going to do a hard sell here. I just want to show you the difference between doing it solo and doing it with people in your corner. You get mentorship from folks who actually do this job, right? So when you're stuck at 11 p.m. wondering if you're too dumb for this, you're not. There's someone to ask. We are here. You get on you get hands-on lab in real cloud environment, right? Which, remember, is the step that actually makes you good. We believe, and I have to say this, we believe in failing. We strongly believe in failing fast, because the more you fail, the faster you learn. Failure is the road to success. Okay? You're gonna get career guidance as well, resume help, interview prep, a real plan, instead of just applying every day and praying that God, I'm waiting for that first interview. Like I've been there, man. I'm always applying, and the next thing I keep getting is unfortunately, man. I'm like, well, unfortunately for you people, not for me, right? So, uh, we are going to be here, to help you with interview prep, a real plan instead of just applying, and praying, like I said, and you get a community, right? We're here. Have a community that will guide you and help you. So you're not just grinding through this alone in a tab at midnight, right? Because doing it alone is like trying to learn to drive with no instructor, no car, and a YouTube video to help you drive, right? That's not good. So doing it with support is like having someone in the passenger seat saying, "You've got this." All right. So that's why we're here. Um, I'm not going to throw a bunch of suspicious perfect statistics on the screen because you've seen those, and and so have I. I've actually seen all those type of stuff, and we've both stopped believing them. Here's what I would say honestly. Many of our students have successfully moved into cloud and security careers. Uh, People who a year before uh, would have told you that I'm not a tech person, I can't do it, right? Like the career changer. Uh, who'd never written a line of code, just kept showing up and broke into security role they didn't believe was possible. Or the recent grad who used the labs and interviews prep to finally turn a degree into an actual job. And yes, results varies, right? Everybody's situation is different. They depend on your effort, your consistency, right? Where you're starting from and the market. I'll always be honest about that, right? It's very, very important that I actually mention that. But here's the part I need you to actually hear. People who started exactly where you are tonight have done this. You're not behind. It's not too late. And whatever age you are, whatever background, whatever the story, you can do it. That story can be yours. Okay? So, um, I have a question for you. What is your biggest concern about give me a second. So, what is your biggest concern uh, uh, about entering tech? Remember, you have that code. Just go ahead and let me see who's participating. Okay, I don't have a degree. All right, that's good. Okay, not technical enough. All right, and if you don't have the link, I want the customer service representative to please post it. Okay, good. Michael posted it again. Thank you very much. Awesome. No experience yet. All right, good data. Not technical enough. All right, that makes sense. Cool. That makes sense. All right, moving on. Um, so quick recap before questions. I'll keep it fast. One, cloud security protects the data that the entire world runs on, so it's everywhere. Number two, demand is high, growing, and there genuinely aren't enough people. Right. And number three is AI changes the tools, but makes skilled humans more valuable, not less. And number four, you can you can start from zero. You can start from zero with a clear path. Right? You can start from zero with a clear path. Number five, certs plus hands-on practice is the fastest route. And number six, the right mentors and community are the difference between trying and I made it. That's the whole map. So you've got it now, right? Only thing left between you and that first step is taking it. So thank you very much. Let's do questions, Hit me with whatever is on your mind, especially whatever you just voted in the poll. Let me know if you have any questions and I'm here for you. Um I appreciate it. But okay, last thing, before I let you go, first, seriously, thank you again. You gave me, thank you for giving me your evening. You gave me your evening, and I don't take it lightly. You gave me your day, if you were still during the day, I don't take it lightly. You didn't spend tonight just scrolling. You spent tonight in the future. That's actually says a lot. It says something about you that you're actually looking for a change. If something in here uh lit fire or lit a fire, if you caught yourself thinking, wait, maybe I could actually do this, or I want to make the next step easy. Um, our next cohort starts June 13. The full program is $2,000, and I'll be transparent. I mean, it's a real decision, right? It's a lot of money for some people. I understand that. So you don't have to pay it all out all today or whatever you decide. You can lock your seat right now with 500 deposit, and because you showed up live tonight, you know there's a webinar discount. And we'll take care of you. Seats are limited, and that's not. I'm not trying to pressure you. It's not a fake pressure thing. Uh, we keep the cohort small on purpose, so that the mentorship actually means something. So here's my honest ask. If you're ready, take the next step tonight or today. Uh, you bring the effort and the consistency, and we bring the mentors, the labs, and a whole community that has your back. You can do this, and June 13 is where we start. And I'll hang back for any questions about cloud security or about, and also we have our customer service to answer questions about signing up. Thank you very much for listening. I truly appreciate you, and I'm going to hand it over back to Michael. I hope you enjoyed the presentation. Thank you very much.
Wonderful. Thank you, Tomade. Appreciate you as always, man. Please, everybody, please fire emoji, gym it up, man. Hand claps. Come on, I see you on Founder right there, guys. Go ahead. Let's see those fire. Let's see this fire. Yeah. Yeah. I love it. I love it. I love it. Keep them coming, guys. Keep them coming. Sweet, 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 sweet. All right, perfect. And as you said, right now we're going to open up for Q&A. So if you guys have any questions, we'll go ahead and bring Kingsley back as well. So go ahead and take your questions, please. Feel free to shoot them off either in chat or go ahead and turn your mic on and ask the question, and we'll go ahead and we'll keep it open for about five minutes or so. If there aren't any questions, then we'll go ahead and close it out. All right. I was waiting for questions. Actually, I have a question for you, Kingsley. Are you there? You audible? Can you hear me?
Yeah, sure.
Perfect. Okay. So in regards to the AI, right? The AI scare, the fear around it, right? So I know you guys were talking about that in your presentations and whatnot. So my question for you would be, how are you actually using AI in your position? Like, how is it assisting you, as opposed to being obviously like something that may when people could be afraid of like it taking their job? Like, how are you using it to actually do your job, and what different ways are you able to use it?
That's a great question. With what I've found, AI would most definitely integrate with, what cloud engineers do daily, right? Today we use within the Azure Cloud Platform. There have been integrations of AI, being able to help you with migration assessments, being able to help you with, answering basic questions within your Azure Cloud space. So that's some basic way in the Azure Cloud environment that we leverage AI, because it's been integrated into the Azure Cloud Platform where it wasn't like earlier, right? Some other way would be some resources, some AI resources that has been, recently introduced, like the Foundry, machine learning, right? So this would help you train some, compute resources you have within your Azure environment to, better manage the Azure environment. So I don't think AI is going to replace cloud engineers. Instead, like I said, you just have to stay ahead of the learning curve, or stay at pace with the learning curve, just so you know how to, operate this AI. Cloud engineers also integrate AI into, their daily activities now, and it's just about the evolution of AI and how you could integrate that into your day-to-day, activities.
Perfect. That's a great answer. It's a great answer. All right, let's see. It looks like Rodney submitted a question. Thank you, sir. Um, this is the current curriculum. The program will follow. I want to be sure you're ready for the AA 104 before moving on to study. Yes, I believe I'm not mistaken. I believe that is correct. It is.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the what I pulled from your website. It looks like, you do prepare us with the fundamentals and, some mid-level AZ 104
Yep.
preparation before moving on to the 500. I have very little cloud experience, so I just want to be sure that if I do this program, I'm going to be able to do some, administration before I move directly into security. I want to know the cloud platform, not perfectly, but you can only do so much within 4 to 6 months. But I want to make sure I'm going to know
Right.
it pretty good before moving on doing the security part. And also, do you know the hours? Would this be like in the evening, the live cohorts, or trying to see if it's going to work with my work schedule?
It's on Saturdays. And I believe the class,
Oh,
correct me if I'm wrong, guys, the class, I believe, is like 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Can someone confirm that, please?
Yes, that's correct.
Yep, that's correct.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Dimeji. Thank you, Fumi. Appreciate you. All right, sweet. Yeah. So to answer your question, Ronnie, yes, that you'll be prepared. That's what the hands-on part of it is as well, because you should be building environments so you can see like how everything works and the flow is, so that way you're not because obviously you talked about earlier was a theory. If you just read a book but you don't have the applied knowledge, right, you're gonna look stupid when you try to go for a job. They ask you questions, especially in the live
right.
interviews, which is a part of what we're gonna do is basically set you up for success during the interviews as well, so you don't have any of those issues, right? So you feel I promise you'll feel confident once you're done with the class. We'll make sure we set you up. We'll do mock interviews with you, make sure that you're answering the questions properly. Like if they try to throw little curveballs, you're ready for them. So you have that hands-on experience.
Nice. And about how long would you say those Saturdays? 5, 6 hours?
No, I believe how long are the classes on Saturday? I want to say they run roughly about an hour
It's
and a half,
two.
maybe 2 hours.
It's two
Okay.
hours. So it's 11,
Okay.
11 a.m. Central Time. I don't know what time zone you're in, but Central 11 a.m. Central Time to 1
One.
p.m.
Okay, and then I'm assuming there would be modules we would have to follow during the week that you guys will have structured out.
Correct. There should be like homework and whatnot. And Kingsley, can you speak to that a little bit more? Like as far
Yeah.
as
So
like just
there's gonna be like take home assignments that you're gonna actually have to do. Project to walk on. And to start with, again, we're starting from foundation. Foundation is AZ 900, and we have 104, which is more of the breaking into like what cloud engineering is all about. And then we're going to give you a test take home project to work on. Now, your labs won't start until you start uh, on AZ 500. AZ 500 takes you into like cloud security, the core of cloud security. And then we'll start giving you hands-on labs to work on. But prior to that time, we're gonna actually like give you like take-home assignments to at least come back and to test your knowledge, basically. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah, perfect. Definitely.
Perfect.
all right, perfect. And guys, also we have the WhatsApp community link in the chat, so feel free to join that as well. Um, Leave Confidence posted that. I reposted, so you guys can have that. But please join that as well, and actually you can ask questions there. You'll have community that you can work with. There you go. Thank you, Confidence. Awesome. Appreciate you. All right, sweet. So do we have any? Is there any more questions, guys? Or are we like? Does anybody have anything you want to add here?
If I guess if there are no questions, we did a great job of breaking it down.
Right. You know what I mean? You have to patch up on the back for that, guys. All right, sweet. All right. So I want to thank our speakers, our customer success team, marketing, everyone here at that Expat Edge and Manabu. Thank you all for that joined and learned a bit more about cybersecurity and cloud security and cloud engineering. You guys have been awesome. We appreciate your time as always. And to go ahead and finish this out, close this off, close it out here. We're going to give back to Tom, our CEO and founder, and we'll send you on.
Thank you very much, Michael. You've been an excellent moderator today. Appreciate it. I wanted us to do one more thing before I'll give my closing remarks. Just, something engaging. I don't know. This is just to determine who I've been participating, and from the depth of my heart, I just want to encourage you guys and also see who is listening, right? So, again, I'm gonna send another link to the poll that I've been presenting. This is just to do something nice and engaging and fun before we head out today. Can you see my screen? Is it visible? Okay. I'm gonna put that link in the chat. You guys don't have this one this time. This is a different one. So this is the last one I just posted in the chat is what you follow. So use that because the first one was just for my presentation and this is just for closing. I have to separate it. So let's go. What are you most interested in after listening to our lecture? Go ahead. The new link I dropped is what works. Okay, perfect. I see someone talked about AI. All right. That's cool. Oh, wow. Cloud security, bro. I like that. Okay, AI too. AI is not bad for sure. That's awesome. Awesome. Come on, man. I want you guys to keep participating. There's going to be a giveaway for whoever that's participating, right? Let me see the trend. Let's see what's going on here. All right. That's nice. There's a way I'll be able to actually check who is participating or not. It's going to show the names. So participate if you really just want to win something today. We're not going to tell you what it is, but just keep participating. All right. I think at this point, I may have to, okay, cloud engineering. We have cloud engineering. All right. So that's 10 of 11. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. All right. Let's keep going. All right. So the winner is cloud security. I like that. A lot of cloud security people today. I think I did a great job of explaining what it is. Thank you. So what is your current level of experience? Are you a beginner? No tech experience yet? Some IT experience? Already worked in tech? Career changer? Let's see the type of people we have in the building. All right. And we also need this data, to help us like understand the audience. And so we can know how to cater to you and know how to like tailor or custom make the training to benefit you. Your response is truly appreciated. Moving on, not to waste much more time. We need some engagement, but seems like a lot of people are. But let's move to the next one to make it juicy. So what's your favorite? I want you to type, what is your biggest fear or challenge about breaking into tech? The biggest fear or challenge about breaking into tech. Let's go. Who's participating? No experience, okay. That's good. Thank you. Who else? Experience, like, okay. All right. I guess no experience. Okay. Experience level. Okay. No experience and degree. All right. That's cool. That's very cool. All right. Let's keep going. All right. Now, we have 6 players who are ready to play. Now, if you don't join, you won't be able to join this quiz again. We are going to actually give a giveaway for the participants. But if you don't actually engage, you're not going to be actually involved in this quiz. So I'm going to start the quiz shortly. We have 7. Who else is joining? We have 8. Oh, okay. I guess I'm going to start the quiz now, man. No waiting because time is not on our side. So you need to answer these questions quickly. Now, what does MFA stand for? You have like 25 seconds to answer. MFA, what does this stand for? Who's answering? Let's see. Who's the fastest person to answer? Who was listening? 13 seconds more. You have 7 people on this chat, man. Come on, go ahead. Nobody? Come on. Nobody's answering? Wow. There you go. All right, that's the leadership board. The fastest was Parker. Nice. Rodney is that time. Who is ET? Sorry, all right. Who's that alien? All right, Thomas, Montana. All right, that's awesome. That's awesome. Cool. Well, you guys want to take a screenshot of that too, because this is getting really fun, man. This is getting really fun. I love that. So most people got it right. All right, let's keep going. The next question. We still have 7 players on board. Let's keep going. 8 now. Okay, it seems like it's getting fun. I'm about to start the quiz. Once I started, nobody will be able to join anymore. Okay. Pick it up. Which cloud provider is owned by Microsoft? Who's answering? Who's answering? Come on now. The timer is counting down. Let's see who is listening. And please, customer service, I need those names, man. I need those names because we're about to spin the wheel after this. Okay. Timer is ticking. It's almost done. This is going to be on the leadership board. Wow, everybody's listening. Who was the fastest? Parker again? Oh, wait, Rodney this time. Wow, Rodney was the fastest. Hey, put Rodney's name down, man. He won this one. That's awesome. Okay, let's keep going. Next one, we have 7 players. Where's the 8th person? Okay, there you go. I know it's been 8 all through, so I don't know if any person, other person will join. So let's start the quiz so we can actually save some time. What is the main goal of cloud security? Let's see who is listening. We have a lot of smart people in the house, man. Who's the fastest person to answer this? Let's see. Rodney and Parker have been like on it. All right. Going. All right, man. A lot of people are smart in this class. You guys, are you sure you want to sign up for this class, man? Rodney and Parker are always leading the board. Wow, but the fastest was Thomas. Interesting. Why? How is it rate? That's interesting. Anyway, we gotta put Thomas' name down. Parker and Rodney, we see you. I mean, everybody participating needs to be on the wheel as well, for real. So, customer service, I hope you're taking a screenshot of this and get those names on the board. Thank you. Moving on. Now, the last before the list. I'm sorry, the 8th person. I can't wait for you anymore. There's gonna be 7 people this time. So, which skill is important in cloud security? Which skill is important in cloud security? Let's see who gets it right. I mean, I'll choose food delivery. I'm hungry right now, man. Go eat.
CEO, before we
Right.
close out, we have a question in the chat. Just wanted to just
All
give you a
right.
heads up.
Bet. No problem. Thank you. Okay. All right, a little boy this time. Parker is always okay. People are waking up. Oh, Rodney was the fastest. Okay. Okay. Nice. Cool. Let's keep it going. Now we have 8 players. Now the eighth person doesn't want to lose out on this one. So this is the last one, though. Is AI replacing cloud security professionals completely? Is AI replacing cloud security professionals completely? And I apologize for the way Ghana was spelled. I just rushing through, the slides. So if you're here from Ghana, please no offense. Just just give it a brief example. I was rushing through it. All right. Sign up for sure. Everybody's paying attention and it's just saying that we're doing a great job of training. So thank you guys for participating. Um, this ends the quiz presentation. Parker and Rodney, I see you. Thank you everybody that participated. Parker, you are like, look at that. You deserve a cake. Whoever Parker is, I don't know, but you are. Thank you for participating. You've actually stood out tonight. You and Rodney, we see you, and every other else, person that participated. Um, but yeah, let's go to that question before we do the, spinning of the wheel. What's the
Sure.
question?
Rodney was asking, is there a discount for attending the webinar? It was mentioned during sign up. Can you speak about that?
So if you sign up today, like if you decide to put in like deposit today, even if you don't have the old $2,000 and you just put a $500 deposit down, yeah, you get a 5% discount. Parker and Rodney are friends now, though. I love that. I hope I've been able to answer your question. All right. Any other questions? Mike, I don't know. I think you're talking on mute. If you're talking, I don't know if you're, you know.
No, I was just staying quiet right now. Rodney had one more questions. So you're saying a total 16 weeks, live meets on Saturdays, correct?
Yes, absolutely. 3 to 4 months. Again, we try to make it like we try to put a gap. We put a budget for life events happen. Anything can, you know, um, maybe some student learn faster than the other, so we're trying to actually carry everybody along, and that's why we're not even trying to actually have like 100 students at once. We just want to keep it small and simple so that we can carry everybody along. Nobody's lost in the process. I want to make it intimate and personal, so we give that gap of 1 month ahead, for people that are trying to catch up. Life event happens, God forbid the coach is not able to train on a certain weekend. We give you guys heads up. We try to be as practical as possible. Does that make sense? Yes, 11 to 1 p.m. CST. That's correct.
And I think as Kasi was asking, do you have a local account uh, from Nigeria? And I'm not sure. Do you understand that? Like, what do you mean by local account?
Oh
You
yeah,
tell me.
yeah. We have a local bank. We have a
Oh,
local.
okay. Okay, copy that.
Yeah, maybe that's what she's talking about, like a bank.
Okay.
Yeah, we do have a bank account that we can send to you. If you want to send, from Nigeria, in Naira equivalent. Yeah, we can provide the bank account details so you can send the money there. Any other questions? All right. So in the absence of questions, we're just gonna do one final thing. So for the people that participated, these are the names I saw that were participating on the first games we've been playing, which is the what's it called again? Can't remember what it's called, but anyway, I'm gonna actually spin the wheel, and then I'm gonna do it twice, and this those two people will get a gift after the webinar. Michael, were you gonna say
So
something?
yo, yeah. Pull Thomas and Zlayton out of there.
Okay, they
Yeah,
left.
those two names. Yeah, no. They that's one of them is me. The other one is Demeji.
Hey, again, I'm just getting based off what I see. All right, perfect. I
Okay,
don't know
there
who
you
is ET though, but if you don't have your real names here, you can't claim a gift. I'm sorry, but let's go. Parker. Wow. All right. So Jennifer Parker. There you go, Parker. Congratulations. All right. So I'm gonna take you out of there. So I'm probably gonna make it 3. Let's see. Rodney, wow. Congratulations, Rodney. That is amazing. All right, that's awesome. Cool. And then I'll do one more, just one more. Let's see who gets it this time. Who is ET? Who is ET? Who represented as ET? Nobody is ET. Wow, I guess we'll remove ET because I don't know who ET is, but I hope I'll do it one more time. Peelings. Any peelings in the building? If your name doesn't show as peeling on Microsoft Teams, I'm sorry. I don't know. We cannot identify you, but that's how we ended today, man. Over to you, Marco. And for the winners, Parker and Rodney, I believe, right? Did I just forget it? Yeah. Um, you've actually won a 30-minute session with me to address any question if you have. Anything you want me to go over, even your resume, or even go through your LinkedIn, 30-minute session with me, live. So that would be the award. And that's in addition to that, we're going to send you an Amazon gift card of $10. Hopefully you can use that to, towards your training. So that's the gift for today. Thank you very much, guys. Over to you, Michael.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, guys. Thank you all for joining today. We appreciate you guys taking your time out on a Sunday and, just spend your time with us. I want to thank the speakers. I'm going to thank our customer service team. You guys have all been awesome today. And you guys take care. Have a good one, and we will see you soon.